Welcome back to Business in View. I'm Denise Nichols. And last week we had an introductory video letting you know that we'll be sharing information from a business perspective because your business is in view. What you want to do is in your view and it is possible. And that's why we're here. That's why I started this channel, Business in View. And we left off last week saying that we're going to talk about adapt. How we as human beings learn how to adapt. Do you know how difficult it is? Yes, you do. We're in quarantine and things are happening and we do not quite understand it. But what it does, it causes us to look within, to become more creative. And you will be the same person today except for the books you read and the people you meet. And this book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, I want on this channel to actually recommend some books for you to read because they actually help us to become what we need to become. Besides just listening to videos and YouTube channels, we also need to read and get some information. And this book really helped me because you will feel fear because it is difficult to launch out into something new. The one constant in life is change, but the one thing we hate is change. So I'm just here to tell you that you can feel the fear and do it anyway. Back to being able to adapt. I was going through the house looking for something. We're all in quarantine and we're all rummaging through the house. In fact, we're finding areas of the house we didn't even know, or everything seems so different to us because we have to create. Let me go in this corner of the house today so I could create a different perspective. So I went into this room looking for something and I came across this book that I hadn't seen for a while. And the book was the Bible and the Bible in chronological order. And it was prefaced on the mankind, and I did tell you last week how I love history, so they were given the history of mankind. So when I saw this I was so intrigued by it, and they talk about the Paleolithic age, the Neolithic age, the Neolithic age, and the Chalcolithic age, and the Bronze Age. And throughout those ages, what was the one constant was mankind's ability to adapt. So if we are going to survive in this time, we are going to have to adapt. And what does adapt mean? To change, to suit, to become one with a changing environment, to be able to use what has been thrown at us. As I said in my insights YouTube, when life throws you lemon, make lemonade. So how are we going to adapt? We're going to find different ways to reinvent ourselves, and we're going to do it together because you're part of the community of Business in View, and with the community where we connect, where we converse, where we contribute, and we become creative. So today, learn how to adapt. Our forefathers learned how to adapt. In the Paleolithic age, they were nomadic and moving from place to place and hunter-gatherers. Then they learned how to settle a little bit. Then they learned how to domesticate animals and then to use copper, and then to be able to write. The Mesopotamians came with the idea of writing, and the Egyptians ran with it with hieroglyphics. And so our forefathers learned how to adapt. So I want to tell you today that it's within you, so you can adapt to the situation. So go within you, dig deep, drill down deep to find what's within you, so that as part of this Business in View community, as we communicate with each other, we can learn from one another and be creative as we connect, as we converse and we contribute. We can be creative. So listen up next week for other insights. I usually like to make the videos short because we don't want to bore you with too much information at once, but there's a lot more meat coming. So stay connected as we become creative as part of the community of Business in View. Share the video, subscribe, thumbs up. Here am I saying subscribe, but subscribe. Have fun. Enjoy your day.